Hey, yo, everybody! How are we doing today? I'm very excited to be here today. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a short one, because I've got some contract work that I need to get wrapped up before a meeting I have in another 2.5 hours. So we're gonna do about an hour here today, and we're gonna see where this takes us. Welcome in, Jack, Mothman, Poor Little Pigeon, Khadao, this guy, New Zealand, jump animation done. Yes, we still need to plug it in. We haven't done it yet. Tiny Devil Games and Tom Millman. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for being here today. It's exciting to be here. We're going to do a quick little hour-long analysis stream for Bingle Bingle, which is like Balatro, but with a roulette wheel. How's dad life? Dad life is going, my friend. It's 100% like in locomotion. Nothing can stop it. No, I'm doing well. I've actually been remembering your advice a lot over the past few weeks of like, if it's not a big deal, just don't worry about it. And it's been great. So thank you for your advice. Yeah, I've got this contract work, and I'm kind of at the bottom of the nines to try and get some stuff done on it. Unfortunately, that's gonna have to cut things a little bit short here today, but I wanted to keep it going a little bit because I love doing this sort of stuff with you guys, and we'll probably be talking about Bingle Bingle on the YouTube channel as well soon, do some analysis shorts. We'll just dive right in because we have a limited amount of time. I don't want to waste the time on, like, the banter. We're not going to do a Pirate Software stream where we do, like, 4 hours of storytelling and hanging out. We're going to dive right into the juice, the meat. So, the juicy meat. What happened to my face, 2D fighters? I saw a ghost. The beard just like, ran away. Yeah. Good to see ya. So, Bingle Bingle. This is Balatro, but with a roulette wheel. There's literally the entire game. And I think we're going to be seeing a big wave of casino games like this in the future. Let's talk about the UI design to just start off with. First off, good visual interest here. Tells you exactly what the game is about. It's going to promise on that very well. Am I even the same person? No. I think my favorite comment yesterday, I think it was Tom Millman on Twitch saying, "Excuse me, young man, I'm going to need you to go find your dad and bring him back to the stream, please." Interestingly, we have the score counter up here as well. So they're definitely going for a heavy, like, we don't want to move things at all. They're kind of bringing you right into the game, which is clever, especially with gambling, right? You don't want any frictions to people gambling, to be fair. And that's something we can learn as game designers as well. We don't want friction to getting into the game. And a lot of the times that big artistic splash screen can be nice, but there's definitely something to be said for, like, this is an image of what the game is going to be like. So we've got some big, bold colors for our UI here. They're complementing each other. They're not clashing very much. Repetitive shapes. My only concern is, like, if you didn't speak English, how would you know which of these buttons to click on? The sound effects are a little loud. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Oh, see, and this is another thing. With these dots here, I kind of assume that I can click and drag, right? I can select these. We can't. So there's your signifiers not matching up to your affordances. So we'll knock that down. Geez, a good amount. That is really loud. That's much better. Much better. Okay, this is interesting. So it's not just the button sliding out, it's this entire wooden panel. Do you see that? We get the little bit of that brown over there. Full wooden panel. I need you to say something only Joe would say. You look 59 years younger. That is literally why I have the beard. It's because without it, I look like I'm fresh out of high school. If you put up a picture of myself right next to my wedding photo from more than 10 years ago, I don't look like I've changed if I've shaved. I might actually be immortal. Science has yet to confirm or deny it. 8GoneDev, hello, welcome in. Foolbox, who dis? Your Fez bedighted friend. Good to see you, Foolbox. How are you? Remember Joe had a baby boy. There he is. That's right. So one interesting thing are these, like, little rivets here. They didn't need to put these in. This was a choice, which makes it feel a little bit more, like, slapped together. A little more kind of quick and dirty, like, construction zone. I don't know that that necessarily fits with the rest of the aesthetic. I don't know if I'd keep that, to be honest. In fact, this whole, like, arrow backsplash thing, I think could be redone to better suit the casino theme that they're going for. I mean, I think you've got an easy in, like, with this, right? You've got this pole here with the ball on the end. Swap that ball out for, like, an arrow or something, and all of a sudden I think you've got something for your selectors. I don't know. Just thoughts, right? So we're going to start in. We're going to do the Archer class, which is the only class I have unlocked. And you have only one round token left, which is like hands in Balatro. You can see where the next ball is going to land. Unused round tokens gain 1 coin per every round token left at the end of the round. So once again, very similar to Balatro, right? 2D Fighter, this is the example of the government replacing people and acting like we haven't noticed. Oh, shoot. Okay, so first up, we have a selection of relics we can go for. This is a really good observation of both Hicks and Fitz Law. We only get 3 options, so we're not going to be overwhelmed, because each of these things is going to have multiple data points in them, right? Each of these things has at least 2 sentences worth of data to decipher. So we have Fitz Law, not overwhelming us with choices, building into Miller's Law of not giving us too much data to try and keep in our memory at any one given point. And then Hicks Law has to do with touch targets and how... It seems a little loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Has to do with the size of targets and how quick they are to move between user is. So we've got big chunky buttons. It could have just been... Oops. Darn it. It could have just been that one icon, but they had all that chroming around it to make that button feel very chunky and satisfying to click. Okay, so starting off with the UI. I feel it's a bit of a mess, to be frank. There's kind of everything everywhere. These buttons are kind of just here. There's more that could be done to chunk this all together. Just to like look at this and try and parse it out is very hard because we have all of these different cards in different sections. So we have alignment, which is good. We have over here, we assume all of these things are related to each other, and we assume all of these things are related to each other. But because they're all in different, like, card backgrounds, it's hard to really make that connection, okay? And then we have these guys floating, we have these guys floating, and these things floating. I think I would propose that this UI would be a lot more legible if we moved some stuff around a little bit. Let me jump to the browser. Here we go. And we're going to play around with this a little bit. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some easy ways to improve on this. So, I'm going to grab this. Bring it in. I'm just going to try and copy these buttons so we have something free to move around. There we go. I'm going to grab this. There we go. Whoops. Shrink it down. Get it the right size. There we go. Are we on our size? Right there, okay? Last one. Blop. Reduce transparency, get you to the right size. And then grow. Ah, that one's not quite scaling up correctly, but that is fine. We have these. I would say these are like settings. This is like speed and stuff like that. These should go up here, right? And then we'll just put a square over here to say, look, that's gone. And then we're going to do the same thing with these guys. We're going to put them... I know, we could throw them up in the upper left here. I think that could be interesting. But the problem is they kind of relate more to the player than they do, like, your score, which is what that left side is kind of all about, right? It's the score you need to beat, the score you have, or the score that you're getting on this run, and then the amount of bets you've placed. Is this a stream from 5 years ago? Risky Biscuit. Oh my gosh, you guys. Fuzzy Buzzy, hello. I got a party cup on my head. This is a fez. This is the honorary fez we put on whenever Foolbox is in the chat. Joe doesn't want us to know what he's doing. Yeah, Joe, whatever you say. Oh, no! No. Darn it, I'm in studio mode. Oh, bummer. Thank you. Ma Soup, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let me undo things real quick. So we've got our UI, right? We've got these settings icons, we've got our relics, and I think it would be instantly more legible if we move things around, just as simple as that, right? All of a sudden, I think this is a much more legible design. So I'm going to grab some more of these UI elements, and I think we can show pretty simply how changing how we've got stuff kind of grouped together visually will make it instantly more legible. And I'm going to do all this, and then it's going to just not look anywhere near as good, and everyone's going to laugh at me. Put that right there. And heck, we can even have the orientation be similar. Then throw a square down in the back. And then it will be this color. So, like, this is really rough, right? But you can kind of instantly tell these things relate to each other a lot more, right? And if we do the same thing over here, we're going to have a similar effect. And then we start to be able to parse out information more clearly. We know what to pay attention to and what not to pay attention to immediately. And what things belong to each other. I think the relics and the settings and everything are going to be way more clear. Oh, we've got our class badge over here, too. I don't know why the class badge is over here. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. We got our bets. We got this. We're going to grab our rectangle and bring it over. Right? Like, all of a sudden, things start to look a little bit better. Still gambling, I can see. You know how Fortune's favored. We're just diving straight into sin. We'll be into loot boxes in no time. As soon as someone makes a roguelike based off of loot boxes, I'm there. You know, that's another thing. For as popular as the gacha market is, why has no one like made a decent gacha game that's not majorly predatory? Like that model has to be able to exist outside of a gambling context, right? It has to. All right. So we've got our relics here. I think these kind of work because they can probably deal with scoring, but they also probably deal with our ball as well. So what if we like threw them up here? We'll take our wheel and we'll shrink it down, which you don't want to do a ton, right? We don't want to get it way smaller, but just give us enough room so that we can place these here. There we go. And now, like, I think we have a much more readable UI, especially if we build out this, right? We can add in some points here. Swing it down. And then over. And we're going to hide it. So I can get a screen grab of the Jeeps. Let's see, where's that rectangle that I just hit? Here? Here. There we go. Then paste. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then we can align this number with this number. And we can start to have them be associated with each other, right? So we have the number of chips and then the number of discards left. And there's probably a better way to do that. But in my opinion, in my opinion, this is now a much more easily grokkable UI. It's called Vampire Survivor, says Foolbox. Isn't Slay the Spire basically loot boxes? Oh, goodness, you guys. I mean, there are tons. They just aren't as successful. Very well could be. Could be just I haven't ever heard of them. I'd be curious why they're not successful. Are they not successful because they don't get marketed well? Because the game isn't fun? Because they're trying to capitalize on something that is not wanted? Or because it's just not getting executed on correctly? I don't know. Would Sims DLC be considered a gacha game? So, one other cool thing, if we put the relics up here, we can also put, like, the class icon here. In fact, we could maybe even slide the class icon into the UI next to our score or something, right? Kind of that meta sort of space. Yeah, I'm feeling much better about this quick little wireframe. Not even a wireframe. Butchered collage of a UI. This, to me, feels a lot better than this does. This feels a lot more busy. Put the wheel up top and the little images down below. Just to be more aligned with the slanted right side. It could be. Could be. So my concern about that is we lose the relationship. Right? So this goes down and this goes up. These, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's good enough. But I like it being up next to the score because it kind of indicates that it is kind of connecting these elements together. Whereas down here, it feels kind of like superfluous. I don't know. I can see both working, though. If you make less money, you get less abilities to make game good. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's dive in. Once again, yeah, see these gaps and everything? It's rough. Hold on. I am, like, right in the wrong space. Let me move myself a little bit. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Okay. Sure, we'll deal with the black line there. It looks a little less awkward there. I'm going really fast today, by the way, because I've only got like another 50 minutes left to stream because I'm on a deadline with some contract work that I've got, and I got a meeting in like 3 hours, so I gotta make sure I get that all wrapped up. What game are we looking at? This is Bingle Bingle, Jack. The pixel art is weird. It's like it doesn't know what size it wants to be. That's interesting. Tell me more about that. So in Bingle Bingle, you have your roulette wheel. It's a very standard roulette wheel, and you have a certain amount of chips. These are like your hands in Balatro. You get 4 spins of the wheel in order to get the amount of points over here. Now, we get 10 chips automatically bet on every single pocket of this wheel. We can spend a chip to get more bets on the board. So now we have an extra 20 chips on all red on all red pockets. Now that did take up a hand in order to do. We can discard our tokens. I don't totally know. Yeah, I don't totally know what the benefit or rather the penalty for discarding is. But we can bet or we can roll. Let's go ahead and roll. We got black. Gain a rare item, get 20% less score for the first 3 rounds. Ouchie. These are our relics, by the way. And then favorite pocket, most frequent number on the wheel will always be offered in the shop. That's crazy good. Okay. So as you might imagine, we're going to be, over time, going to a shop with our money. We're going to be spending it on modifying our wheel, on modifying our chips, our balls, what kind of bets we can place down. Right now, we can only bet on colors. So we'll be able to modify all that. Toolbox, it feels like you have different size pixels, and the big round pixel part is very pixely. The numbers are also not pixel, which makes it feel weird. If you're to smooth the number, why not smooth everything? I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's very fair, because you're right. We do have like these pixely sort of gradients everywhere, but then it's just like a font, just a sans serif normal font for the text and everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Okay. So now we have our shop, and there's a lot of stuff we could do here. For example, let me grab this screen. A lot of things we could do to improve the UI here. If we go back to our browser, I'll highlight some problems. We won't dive into fixing everything. Well, presenting alternatives that may or may not work given constraints. But we have this space here, right? And it is the same as this space here, right? Same amount. Let me bring this up to actually get past the shadows. And we're going to see it's the same space. If it's not the same space, it's incredibly close. So yeah, same space. Because of that same space, it's very hard to cognitively parse which of these icons belongs to the pocket and which of them belongs to the bet. And I'm kind of curious, is it the same space here? Don't know, not quite. It's a little bit smaller, but it's still pretty big. So if it were me, I'd shrink that down quite a bit, bring up the cost right next to this, and then shrink this one down a lot. So everything condenses a lot more. It's a lot more visually parsable. And then you're able to pick out these categories a lot more strongly. You could even add some sort of background color like they have on this thing here, right? Add some sort of background, you know, pocket for them to live in, right? And then you start to see that things mash up a little bit better. And then once again, we have these icons up here. We have the refresh and the lock icon. Get them out of line of the category. Shrink them down. Do whatever you got to do. Push this stuff down. Put the buttons somewhere else. Whatever you got to do. Get them out of line of that headline because it's very interfering. Okay. The screenshots on Steam have a CTR shader. Did you remove it? No. I haven't really played around with any options other than the sound volume and making it windowed. Yeah. I don't even see an option for that. Cool menu, though, by the way. Like, this wheel being bisected the way it is, very satisfying visually. I mean, that's very good design. You got the double border there with the different widths. That's good. It's good. Probably helps with the visuals. Yeah, very well could be. Very well could be. Okay. Whew. Let's keep rolling here. So what do we want to do? And this is my problem with roguelikes. When you get thrown into, like, here are a bunch of options, and I have nothing to, like, anchor me into something, that really bothers me. I really want something to tell me this is the direction for you to go, instead of me having to now look at every single... and accidentally click on stuff. Look at every single option and then think, I don't know, this seems kind of good. Maybe I'll be able to build around it, you know? Okay, so dozen ball value. When winning a dozen bet, plus 10 points. I don't know what a dozen bet is. But I guess we're going to be fishing for that. And let's start making the board black. Just to kind of start, you know, getting stuff fed in. All right. We're going to bet on black because now we have slightly better odds of getting black. And, I mean, let's do 2 bets and then roll. Hey, there we go. That's good. That was lucky. 400. There we go. So we pretty much win at this point, this round. Don't have to worry too much about it. There we go. Easy game. I do like how that thing flips, though, and the coins and everything very satisfying. One thing that's very annoying, though, is I have to click on that in order to move forward. That doesn't look like a button. It doesn't signify being a button. I'd much rather just have it automatically go through. I don't know why we have to click on anything. So we got our clear board out. Yeah, like we could just go straight into this screen. Why are we doing the click? Okay. Bet on 4 numbers in a square. Interesting. Roll a high value ball. Roll a ball. The next ball will go into the same pocket, so you repeat it. That sounds pretty good. Hold on 1 second. My wife just delivered me lunch. It was very, very kind. Okay. So, we can get any of these items. We can also upgrade our tokens, which will upgrade both the ball and the bet that's on them. It's very good. So we want to start changing up our ball and bets on things. I like the super ball. High value ball. Sounds really good. So it's just worth a lot more chips. It's worth more 2.5 times as much as the default, which is great. And then we're going to... Whoa. What was that? Hold on. Tom Millman. Thank you so much for that gift sub. I need to bring up Twitch alerts a little bit higher on the thing. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want to do? Do we want another bet? Bet on 4 numbers in a square? I don't think so. We're kind of going for blacks anyways. Let's just level up our ball, our chip, and then we'll go to the next round. By the way, all the money, you use it or lose it. So there's no point in holding on to anything. Now, we do start to have a bit of a conundrum, where when we upgrade things, you can only use a chip for the ball or the bet. So you kind of don't want to, like, load everything onto one chip, which I actually think is very, very, very clever. Lots of the times in roguelikes, you get to a situation where you're like, well, I think I just want to, like, front load on everything. And one of the ways that roguelikes deal with that design problem, because it incentivizes just front loading on one card, right, on one combo, and then the rest of the deck is just kind of boring. This is very clever because usually what they do is they restrict it. Like in Balatro, we saw, you know, heart suits are debuffed. But in here, they don't do that. They just say, you have to make a choice. 1 or 2, and you need both 1 and 2 in order to win a game. So you cannot focus on one specific chip, and I think that's a very clever design. Okay. Roll a ball. If the ball didn't win any bet, instead of scoring, it gain a round token back. Whoa, that's cool, but it destroys after a few uses. We've got another super ball. Commons, plus 20 points. Decrease it by 4 per the count of most frequent number of the wheel. Oh, so you want a bunch of different numbers on that one. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's throw another super ball down. And we'll get some more black on the board. I don't know. I mean, sure. Let's start throwing out some different bets, because why not? Ooh, we got a boss. Tantrum. Every time you discard a token, your tokens will be shuffled. Okay. I mean, I don't know if that's a problem, though, because I don't even know what order my tokens are in right now. I have no way to, like, preview that. These don't line up to that. This is just... I don't even know what this is. This is 4, and then we have the number of 5 down below. That number of 5 is how many tokens we have left. So I don't know. Let's bet on black. Let's do 2 bets on black. Need to get 1,000 points here. And the super ball. Darn it. Another super ball. Oh, we got ads. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Have you ever played a real roulette wheel? Fullbox, yes, at the casino. I lost all the money I brought there. That's why you're into game dev now, right? Making all that money back. Fortune's favorite, Fox needs an overlay that auto-populates when ads show. No, you're not wrong. By the way, a reminder, you have the community challenge for the Fox All Game Jam. Once that fills up, we're going to start in. People have been donating. We're getting close. Getting close. Nearly 3/4 of the way there. And I'm going to be learning Godot for that, and I have heard a certain Kenku fan has made a really cool overlay tool in Godot. So, you know, the sooner I learn Godot, the sooner we might be able to get some new fun toys on the stream. Real in a casino? No. Real physical roulette? Yes, says Tom Inman. Very cool, very cool. Fortune's favorite, I've spun a roulette wheel. Does that count as playing with it? Yes, absolutely it does. I've never gambled in a casino. I just don't care for it. I'm with you. I'm with you. Casinos are the places you go when you decide you just want to get entertained for money. That's the only way you can view it, and I've been in casinos a lot. I've never gambled in one. Fullbucks, the sad part is I made a lot of money that I lost it. Oh, that's just how it goes, isn't it? That's why you always put a limit before entering the casino. There you go. Knitting Games, thank you for advice. And yes, we received... Oh, hey! Knitting Games! Hey! I know you guys. You made this game. Welcome in. It is great to see you. Thank you for your advice. And yes, we've received lots of complaints on UI and thinking on revamping it. Again, thanks for the inputs. And as we're currently on early access, we'll try to make the game better. Absolutely. And by the way, Knitting Games. We have a culture of critique here on the channel. None of that was to say, like, you've done bad work. You've clearly made something awesome, right? Very obviously. You've made something really great and well done. There's just always things to improve. And I know you've made all sorts of concessions and compromises. You've evaluated opportunity cost. So none of that was meant as a, you know, we're better than. Just as a, let's explore this and see for our own games, what can we do to try and learn from this and take those lessons moving forward. So thank you so much for coming in here. It's awesome to see you in. Yeah, thanks for being here. Okay, so we've got our last chip. We know it's going to land on 20. And I don't know why I put a bet down right now. I wish I got this earlier because I could have hopefully bet on that 20. But I don't see any way to get around this. I think we just have to roll. What happens if I... okay, so we can get the ball again. And it's going to land on black. Good. That was risky. It could have landed on red. There we go. We got it. Got it. Easy game. Lovely, lovely. Casinos are great when you need a currency exchange. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Okay, once again, really good buttons here. Love the Hicks, Fitz, and Miller's Law all coordinating here. Really good hover over effects. Yeah, with that like parallax of the relic icon going up and then the rotating wheels and everything. It's very, very slick. So what do we got here? I think my only complaint is like I have to hover over them to see what they do, which is very common in roguelikes. And I've seen like Mortal Glory 2 try and get around that, and it does result in a big information overflow. I don't really know what the right solution is. I don't know, but just as a player, it is annoying that I have to keep hovering over things and reminding myself what they are. I don't totally know what the solution is. Not gonna lie. Clear 4 rounds without using a discard. Oh, these are quests! These aren't relics! Oh, very cool. Gain 25% more score per different token used this round. Ooh. Different token. Does that mean just like literally you have tokens 1 through 5, use those different tokens? Or is it like tokens 1 through 5 may be of the same types and you need to use different types? That's something I don't quite know. If a round is cleared without using discard, one of the lowest level tokens is upgraded. Whoa! Destroy 12 tokens. Destroy? How do you destroy tokens? And 12 seems like a lot for something I don't know how to do. Add 25% of points and chips from each destroyed token. I don't quite know how that would work. Snowdrop. Freeze 65 pockets total. Gain 10% more score per frozen pocket. Pocket with bet placed will not be frozen. I don't know what freezing does. I'm going to go with round robin. It's the one that I can kind of like grok, and it sounds really good. Fortune's favorite. I actually learned about that on a trip to Niagara Falls years ago. I was looking for a currency exchange, and the hotel pointed me to the casino. Apparently, it's standard for casinos to exchange currencies. It makes perfect sense. Wow. That's scary. It makes a lot of sense, and I'm terrified of casinos. My goodness, they're clever. They're very, very smart. Okay, so what do we do now? Oh, I wonder if different token type means level. Token level. Because that would kind of correlate with its ability. So we can get a large ball, which will hit multiple pockets. That seems fun. Roll a ball that can change the pocket it lands in. I'd be curious about that. I can only get one ball, though, if we go for it. Perfect numbers. When the ball lands on a pocket 6 or 28, gain 150% more score. That seems good. If you can, like, get 6s and 28s going. Ariel on YouTube, hello, welcome in. When the ball lands in a pocket containing number 4, gain +2 discards. That seems cool. I think we're going to go for large ball. And let's get a better bet. And we'll level up our large ball with the line. Let's try that out. 2,000 coins now. Or chips or points. Street plus 80 chips. Which is scary. So, like, this is where it starts to get kind of scary, right? We're picking much smaller bets, but you can see I have 2 20s. So, like, it's pretty obvious to see how you can get stuff going pretty wacky if you can, like, fill the board with 20s. All of a sudden, stuff sounds kind of wacky. Yeah! Did I get all 3 of those at the same time? So we got 220 on the bets and black. That was pretty good. Yeah, good juice on that. The little coin sound effect, and it slides in, and the entire window bobs up and down. Very nice. Okay. Multi-ball rolls multiple balls, but it's fragile. I kind of hesitate to buy anything that's fragile, at least at the beginning. It seems like more of a mid-game thing. Or maybe not. Maybe it's an early game thing. I don't know. Before rolling, select a range of pockets where the ball will land so we can select, like, this space? That seems good. Let's do that. I'm not even going to look what the relics are. Oh, +1 point per the count of numbers you have removed from the wheel. That's hilarious. I wonder if we could remove the count of and have that still make perfect sense. +1 point per numbers you have removed from the wheel. I think that makes sense. I don't know that you need the count of. I know it's kind of a linguistic thing that they are using repeatedly throughout the game. I don't know if it'd be important to be used elsewhere. Seems like maybe not, though. Ariel, my dean was trashing on my capstone project topic. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Ariel. Now, are you in, like, general software, or are you in game dev? I'm curious what the critique was on Swords and Spells. Dog with glasses, welcome in. More gambling. Yes, of course. I can't gamble in real life, so I might as well gamble when it doesn't matter. Foolbox, wait, there's no 00. What do you mean 00? I was thinking of picking this up. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. We did a good kind of UI breakdown analysis earlier of kind of some areas where they've maybe could be improving and chunk things together a little bit more to make it a little more visually cohesive. But it's a great game. I'm having a grand old time. I don't know. Let's get multi-ball. Why not? Life is for living. All right. Multi-ball. Is that going to break on its next thing? It said it's fragile for only a certain amount of rolls. And I don't know how many rolls that is. Does this mean it's going to break next time? Oh. Does it mean it's going to break? Or there's a chance of it breaking? Good little animation there, by the way. Still play a few runs of Balatro every day. I do, too. I have been playing... None of you know this, because we're not friends on Steam. But I've been playing quite a lot of Balatro, actually. And I still have yet to win a run. I'm really bad at Balatro. In roulette, there's normally a 0, the green spot. Oh, I wonder if that's like a special thing you can get to like get a mega bet, right? Ariel, apparently he thought my game is based off of a Russian game because the name Swords and Spells apparently reminded him of another game made by Russians. The game in question being Heroes of Might and Magic 5? Ariel, you gotta talk with your professor. No. Send him my number. I'll talk to him. I don't speak your language, but Google does, and I will convince him that Heroes of Might and Magic 5 has nothing to do with the game that you're building. Jeez, it's not black and not red. Yeah, it's like a bullseye, right? Makes sense. I don't know. Let's try this. Is it gonna destroy? Destroyed. And there we have our destroyed, and that's what that relic was. Destroy 12 chips. Now I get it. Okay, 12 seems like a lot. Target ball. I wish I could hover over this and get a refresher of what exactly this does. Oh wait, this is the one that lets me kind of like select it, right? Yeah. Oops. So if I use it, does that mean it's no longer in the pool? And if I bet, it will go back into the pool. If I discard it, it will go back into the pool. Yeah, I don't. Is this my deck and my discard pile? And if I go through my deck, my discard will get put back in. But if I play it, it gets removed from these entirely. That's kind of my running assumption. Which out of all 8 games, only 1 was made by a Russian studio, and he made the connection because the localized name is Heroes of Swords and Magic, which translated has both words start with M. Okay. But like, that's a pretty deep dive. I mean, when was the last time Heroes of Might and Magic was popular? Also, like, that seems kind of unprofessional for a professor to be ragging you based on the game name being similar to something in Russia. I know that there's political tensions and difficulty there right now, but that doesn't have a lot to do with, like, the subject matter of the course? I don't know. That's me with my American mindset, though. Whatever. But that seems weird. Because there's also Swords and Sorcery, which is a storied franchise. You know? I don't know. I'm sorry, Ariel. That's all of that to say, I'm sorry. That's a bummer. It sounds like an outsized reaction. Feel for you. I hope it goes over easier in a little bit. He's insanely biased against game dev, it seems. Oh, boy. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot you can do about that. Let's throw this down. And then try and get our... Ooh, and the street. Ooh. And then can I discard and these shuffle back in? Yes, they do. And there's the target ball. Good. We have very good odds of getting something incredible here. No! Oh, shoot. Oh, this isn't good. Large ball is good. Oh, no! That's not where we want it to go. It's going to hit these 3. That's not going to help us. That'll work. It'll be... Wait, that wasn't on our line or our street. Oh, no! We were so close. Shoot. Anyways, that's Bingle Bingle. It's great. This is a great game. It's available pretty cheap. How much is it? I'm going to put the link in chat here. It is $10 right now, $9.89. Go buy Bingle Bingle. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Lots of good design to dissect here. We could talk a lot about randomness, uncertainty, scarcity, and we should talk about all that because it's super freaking strong. Because to all other capstone projects that are aimed at stuff like automating workplaces, he has no questions. But to game dev projects, not only mine, he has a lot of questions. Yeah, there you go. Ariel, to answer your question, it's a general computer science, but it's a state engineering university connected to a heavy machinery plant. Yeah, that makes sense. Just picked it up. Awesome, dog. I can't wait to hear how you go. How you go? How you like it. I can't wait to hear how it goes, how you like it. I want to get the full report. Ariel, which means those huge excavators that move thousands of tons of dirt. Yeah. There are a lot of people who have how I go bark. There are a lot of people that are very biased against games, especially, that prioritize play very lowly. And that's a bummer. I'm sorry. There's so much great discussion around why play is like a vital experience, not just for humanity, but for like nearly all living creatures. If you just look at the wild, you'll find animals playing all the time. It is important. There is something deeply seated about this, but doesn't make money necessarily. So I get it. That's tough. Sorry, Ariel. I hope you can just make it through this class and get to somewhere that understands a little bit better. Okay, search party. Plus 20 points in the first round. 5 rerolls are free. That seems nice. Get 6 identical pockets. The pockets number will no longer appear in the shop. Interesting. And random box, gain a rare item. Get 20% less score for the first 3 rounds. Let's do that. We got that last time. It was really cool. We got Behind the Throne. When the highest level token is not used for a round, gain 15% more score permanently? Wow! Ariel, so I'm an outlier here. I could have chosen a different uni, which was better suited towards gaming, but living expenses had me stay in hometown and choose a local. Yeah, absolutely. Which, of course, doesn't matter now since we're fully online. Well, it matters for tuition payments, if that matters. I know it matters here in the States pretty dramatically. Let's just roll. There we go. That almost got it. So, just roll again. Easy. And I do like how fast it goes. And you can speed it up. That was interesting. These buttons are disabled now. Oh! This is to see the table. Interesting. Got a little tangent over there. I might tighten that in. Doesn't look like these pixels are being used. I could probably line up with that drawer. Oh, and this has got to be the shop to open up. Okay, but I can't toggle the speed button anymore, which is weird. Okay. Betsudo, plus 100 chips. Decrease it by 10 per the count of numbers removed from the wheel. Let me move over. So you want all of the numbers present. So that's like, let's start betting on colors. Icing on the cake. 10% of frozen pockets chips are always added to the chips. Freeze, finally! It's going to tell me what freeze does. If the pocket is frozen, ball will not go into that pocket? Interesting. So this is a... because it's going to slide across like ice. Okay, now I understand the mapping. That's interesting. I'm curious how that would really work. We definitely want to level up a ball and then never use it. I'm not on tuition. It's a free university. Okay. Provided you scored well on a national exam. There you go. There you go. Sure, this seems good. This seems like a 50-50 bet. That sounds good. And let's start swapping out colors. Not necessarily numbers, but colors. Sounds good. Because we don't know if we want to, like, dive into heavy on a specific number yet or not. Okay, let's get our high-low. It's a 50-50 shot. Let's do that, and then we'll double load on color. And then just spin. Okay. Ooh, that is really slow. I'm glad they have fast mode enabled by default. Also, if you're going to enable fast mode by default, that might just be the slow mode, and then you have a faster mode. All right, let's keep going. That's good. There we go. Nice. Got it. Okay. That was good. That was a good round. We don't have a black 12. Okay. Large ball is good. Let's start... Ooh. From now on, special bets appear in the shop. Okay. I don't know what that means. But we leveled up a ball to level 2. So now we just don't use this one. And we are getting an extra 15% score every time. Sounds crazy strong. Like, my gosh. Do we want this locked at all? Decrease permanently when money is spent? The ball lands on a pocket 6 or 28. Gain 150% more score. I'm not really sold on any of that. Ariel, I did manage to get him to approve a different topic wording, which is essentially the same as I was planning anyway, so it's okay. There you go. If they won't approve what you want, you just pitch it in a different way. You're learning the real story, which is marketing. It's all about perception. Okay, and we skipped that one. And then, yeah. Oh, this is our tokens that we have available. Okay. Oh, and it's their status, too. I would like to see, like, what that status means, because I don't necessarily know. Does that mean, like, I can still draw them? And why is this one... Is this the current one? Yeah, I'd like to have some sort of way to verify what those icons mean. Could be a hover over tooltip, could be just text in that space, could be anything. And I know we've got it here, which is good, but I don't have this icon down there, and I have to start like toggling between these in order to remember which is which. Kind of annoying. Okay, let's roll. Good. We can use this one. Darn. We get 2 more rolls. I think we just keep going. I think this is going to actually win for us. Yeah, just fine. Just fine. Okay. Red 25, so we don't necessarily want to replace that. Bet on 4 numbers in a square. When winning this bet, have chance to trigger golden plus 2 coins. So you get extra money. So it's like a golden card in Balatro. That makes sense. Maybe it makes sense because I've played Balatro recently. I'm curious. Let's throw that down. And then we can start kind of evaluating. Ooh, cold wind. Freeze 3 random pockets after using a token. We can start kind of evaluating where we might want to start. Like, if we can find a red 20, that would be awesome, right? We could start betting on that. Let's start betting on red again. Ooh. All right, there's the Frozens. Oh, it's a fragile one. Okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, you know, fortune favors the bold, right? Let's go for these 3. I think that's the best we can do. We don't have any 4 blocks. Woo! What is the token I can't use? Yellow. So I can use orange. Let's use orange. Youch. I do like that push and pull of having to either bet or spin. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie. It's really good. Okay. Bet on 23, which is going to be big. This is going to be big money. I think that's going to get us the win. Thank you, Archer, for letting us know we were on a sure bet there. There we go. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hole in 1. Clear 4 rounds with only spinning the wheel once. And the first ball is rolled 3 times? Jeez. Copy and add 3 registered tokens. Registered tokens have 1.5 times value. The other tokens have half value permanently. Wow. Every round, your first used token is registered. Clear 1 round using only the registered token. Wow. Have 36 pockets of the same color. Bets on the majority color. Add times 3 chips. Let's do that. That's probably going to be harder for us to, like, accomplish. But we did just get our golden corner. Echo doesn't. Bet on a pack of 12 numbers. Echo. At the start of the next round, add the normal version of the same bet worth half as much. Wow. That's also very cool. Ooh. Pokeball does not land in the same pocket as the registered pocket. Oh, interesting. So you can say, I explicitly don't want you landing in that pocket, which sounds like freeze in a certain way. Let's refresh. I want to get a whole bunch of reds. How many... Can I, like, get a quick breakdown of how many reds and how many... Okay, I have 22, so I need 14 more to complete that quest. Flash. Bet on even or odd numbers. Flash. Worth 3 times the normal version of the same bet, but it's removed after your next spin. Jeez. A ball that increases its base points, so it scales? That sounds like it's going to be good with our scaling relic. Yeah. Bet on 2 numbers. We're not really gunning for numbers quite yet. Wave ball. Let's get that starting to scale. That's the one we discard. Okay. Now we can play all the other ones. High-low. Let's bet on 17 and 19. Oh, we have more on low. But the things that we have on high are more red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 12. Because we know we have 22 reds. So that's one thing I do want to see. When I'm mousing over these, I want to see a breakdown of color and number. I don't want, because like I have multiple layers of things that I'm trying to account for, right? Oh, our golden corner is still here. Okay, let's use it. I wonder if it just had an odds of not breaking, or what? Okay, that's good. That's good. 870, that's nice. Okay, we're landing on 23. We have to discard this, though. Okay, landing on 24. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. That's going to be a big one. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice. Fragile is per round. It restores when rounds end. Oh! What? Wait, hold on. Hold on. So fragile is like an exhaust instead of a like remove from the game. It is bad. Oh man. Whoa. Token is destroyed after use. Destroyed token cannot be drawn again in that round. Thank you, Knitting Games. I see now. Okay. So that's incredibly powerful. So really, you want to throw a ton of fragile stuff on the things that you just don't really want. And then you want to have, like, your wave ball, right, be the only token left. And then you're just throwing that wave ball down every single time. Okay, that's super rad. That is super rad. Okay, that completely changes how I interact with this. Thank you for piping in there. We don't want any black. When no discard is left, plus 10 points of the ball. Nah, I don't think we really... I mean, that's good. We have relied on that a couple of times on the ball on our last bet. I'd rather get out of that situation entirely, though. So let's start going for these, and then we can start leveling up some of these. We've got one red. I don't know. I'm not really... Wave ball also increases chips of bet it won permanently. Oh, it doesn't... Oh, of bet it won. Oh, so we could, like, wave ball levels itself up, but then it could also level up golden corner. Let's lock. That sounds really good. Yeah, let's throw golden corner down. Really need a red 26 or 29. Yeah. All right, let's do that. And once again, the color we're looking for is yellow. We don't want to use to keep on getting our scaling up. We're at 60% every time, which is crazy. Let's get the high-low. High-low's really good. And wave ball, nice. That was good. That was good. It's good. Dev spotted, yeah, dog. And I didn't mean that as in like, yeah, DAWG. No, dog with glasses on. Yeah, yeah. Knitting Games is hanging out with us today. We're grateful that they're here. By the way, for those of you who are new, we are a charitable enterprise devoted around helping people develop the skill sets they need to enter the video game industry. So we do stuff like this all the time, where we do analyses of cool new indie games. And we see what works, what doesn't work, what can we learn from. Okay, discard. 25? Yes. Yes, I will take that. That's going to be a lot of points. There we go. So yeah, we kind of alternate between doing game dev and then doing game analysis. I'm going to keep on going here until we lose this run, and then I got to jump off and get to some contract work. But it has been wonderful having you all here. Bet on red or black pockets. When winning this bet, have chance to trigger golden +1. Okay. So it's just the better version of color. I'm excited to finish work and try this. Yeah, absolutely, dog. Wonderful. Also, this is a side note. For those of us who are building games, how many of you saw Knitting Games in the chat and then instantly thought you were more likely to buy this game? That's an important thing to take note of, right? Being available and, like, present with people will get you more sales. Okay. Golden Corner is freaking amazing. Good. Yes. Excellent. Nice. 3,000 chips in one roll. Good. One thing I do wish that I had was like some sort of indicator of like how many rounds are there before I finish the game. Like I don't know if this is an endless mode. Am I going until I beat some sort of incredible boss? I already bought it before I noticed. Yeah, but that's because you're a Pog champ, dog. All right. For each different bet, gain 15% more score. That sounds good, but not necessarily for us. First 2 rerolls are free each shop. That sounds good. I think we want to keep flooding the board with red, though. Do we not have any 19s? Oh, we do. It's weird that it stops highlighting the number when I'm like trying to put it down. Because what if I want to go hunt for a black 19 or something, right? Which I guess doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think it makes sense. Oh, 2 reds. Let's lock that in, 100%. Ooh, boss, sharp beak. Special bets turn into normal bets for this round. I don't like that. That's not nice, you big meanie. And yellow is the one we pass on. Discard. We got 90% extra chips on this. It's wild. Let's get a color bet going, and then we'll start wave balling. Nice, good. That's a good strong roll. Let's go again. Good, that's another really good roll. Let's discard. And discard. Wave ball again. Yes, good. Nice, 7,400. That's a very satisfying theme, right? So, like, let's talk about empowerment in the game. There's quite a lot of control over this because of the discard and the deck sort of stuff, and then placing your bets strategically. So that bet layer is an extra layer on top of what Balatro is doing. Balatro, you have kind of your jokers that you're kind of setting up your bets for. And I guess it's something similar, but in this version, you have to kind of manually play your jokers, and that's a hand. And so, I don't know, to me it feels a lot more rewarding. I feel more empowered, even though it's arguably less efficient, but the feeling is really strong. I feel like I've really done something really cool instead of just getting a good combo, right? I feel like I've executed on the combo really well. Remove a token from your deck, copy a token from your deck, and gain 4 coins every round. Let's copy a token. I'm gonna copy this level 3 guy, even though he doesn't have cool ball or color on it. Or do we copy the wave ball? Because it's kind of leveled up a bunch. I'm going to go for the level 3. And then we can level up one of those level 3s. And now that can be our basic thing we don't ever touch again. Okay. Now, where are we at on your... 28. We have 8 more to go, which is a lot. All right. Bet on color. Bet on column. Yeah, that seems good. And then wave ball. Good. Nice. That's going to be strong. 6,000 points on that first roll. I think we're kind of okay now. The normal and all that, we can just... Oh, no, wait. This is the one we can actually play. So let's play it. Why not? There we go. Blasted. Man. That starting relic was crazy good. Okay, we're hunting for reds. Ouch. Swap out the equivalent number wherever possible. Oh, from now on, ×3 pockets appear in the shop. ×3 pockets? Does that mean... Okay, so, like, spoilers. I've watched Retromation play this a few times. I know what this means. But when I saw this, until I remembered what it was, because I had seen it played, my first thought was, does that mean I'm going to have, like, 3 times more likely pockets to appear in the shop. It doesn't make sense. Really what it is this is a pocket that you buy, and then you can put it in 3 different places. So, it's good. It's really, really strong. There it is. It's like 3 pockets and change it. So we'll go ahead and move on forward. Really hunting for that relic. Bet on high-low, bet on high. And column. That seems really strong. And then let's just start. Oh, we have to discard you. And then wave ball. Okay. Didn't hit much, but still a lot of coins. Chips. You can tell my cultural background is not in gambling. It's in RPGs. Man, we only have 2 things left. Man, we are not getting our high-low, and we're not getting any of our bets. It's brutal. Okay, this is good. So we know it's, once again, not going to hit that. 3. So it will hit this. Bet on 1 vertical line. So it's plus 45. Oh, I think we can do better. I think we can do better. We could not, in fact, do better. Darn. I think this is going to be it. I think that's the loss. Yeah. Brutal. Man. What a bummer. Okay, there you go. That's Bingle Bingle. I got to head out and go do this contract work, but thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you, Knitting Games, for being here and enjoying this with all of us. Really appreciate it. Thank you for making something awesome and putting it out into the world. It's what we're all about here. Also, you have your old score up there. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if that persists between, like, launches. It'd be kind of fun. Or if it's, like, your highest score ever or something. You could do some fun stuff with that. Anyways, that was a design and UI analysis of Bingle Bingle. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. It was great. I love doing stuff like this. You're all fantastic. We're going to go ahead and raid out. Who do we have that's streaming right now that could use a pick-me-up in their day? Let's see. Connie is streaming right now. You know what? We're going to go right into Simon Game Dev. Simon Game Dev is like an actual teenager who's been making games. He's a very common fixture in Sundown's channel. And he's legit, like, already got a low-paying contract to make games for someone. Amazing. Want to go encourage the kid. Let's go hang out with him and just... You can throw in a good attaboy and then bounce. I'd appreciate it if you hang on. With that, hey, this has been awesome. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Really powerful stuff that we all learned here today and got some experience trying some new things, playing a fun new game. I hope your projects are going well. Feel free to let me know if this has been a good time for you. Once again, we're a charitable enterprise devoted to helping people get into the games industry. Follow, subscribe, do all those things you want to do. You have a Discord, come hang out with us. A lot of great chatter in there, lots of great discussion around design and resources that are coming up. Anyways, it's great. You're all fantastic. Appreciate all of you. We'll see you next time.